The Learning and Technology Policy Framework sets the direction for the education system as a whole. It's intended to guide policy, practice, and decision-making for the use of technology for learning.
When you look at the 5 pillars, of course, the one that we want to focus on would be student-centered learning, which is really about providing voice and choice to students. We want them to be in charge of their learning. However, we won't get to student-centered learning unless we address the other 4 policies. The second one revolves around research and innovation. Really, it's the research that needs to drive new practices in schools. The third policy direction revolves around how we can build the capacity of our educators as they learn to do things in different ways. The fourth one speaks to leadership, and leadership is key. Everybody in a school jurisdiction needs to be on the same page as they move forward, and so we work with our leaders together to do that. And the fifth policy direction is critical because it speaks to the infrastructure that's required so that technology can be used in a seamless manner in both teaching and learning.
The framework is the guide, and it was nice that somebody actually put it on paper in terms of school districts looking for a general direction, knowing that they would go in the right direction. And it gave us 5 areas to take a look at. We were dabbling in all 5, but we didn't always know if indeed that would get us to where we were looking to go. Now we move forward with a great bit of confidence, knowing that it's not just Greater St. Albert Catholic Schools, but it's other districts moving in exactly the same way.
The really interesting part, though, is it's not about the technology. It's about the curriculum and how the kids are accessing the curriculum and learning the curriculum, and the technology really is just one of the tools that the students can use now.
To be honest, I really think that there's a motivational factor. It's the way of the world now, so a lot of the times students, when they have to go back to the old way, they kind of feel like they're not living in what's currently happening in our society. And I think that that's what's so great about incorporating the technology into the classroom, because we're preparing students for today's world.
What app are you going to choose, Jay?
Explain Everything.
Okay, so you're using Explain Everything. Why are you choosing that app?
Because it's easy to use and you can record it.
I find when you learn and you're actually doing something instead of just taking notes, you learn a lot better and you remember it.
The students knew more about the iPads when they walked into our classrooms than we did. But they really knew the basics of the how to use the technology, but they didn't know how to use the technology for their own learning. And so for us, that's where we've been able to facilitate and teach the students that these are tools for you to enhance your own learning.
I just found out this morning that we get to change the arrows and the fonts, and like we get to make one bubble a different color and the next a different color, and like the different fonts, and that helps me to study.
We don't have to know everything about technology. What we have to be really good at is at teaching.
I like Notability because you can just draw over whatever and you can move everything really easily too.
Our veteran teachers are now finding out that they can ask the students on these apps and not be scared to learn something new from them, and that's a kind of a big change of pedagogy for them as well, because now the students are showing them just the small tidbits on how technology will work and improve their learning too. So we're learning from the students as much as they're learning from us now.
We still have the concern where parents say, but when is it too much technology? They're 4 and 5 and up to 9 and 10 years old in our school, so why is it that they have to come to school and always be on tools? It's really the essential pieces of communication home to our parents to help them understand, first and foremost, they are not walking into this building and in front of a screen from 8:55 in the morning until 3:35 at the end of the day. What it is that we're doing is that we're building in this opportunity for children to use the tool when it needs to be used.
We've interviewed a few parents just to ask them what are their thoughts about the whole idea about having iPads at school and the kids using them. And the parents are excited about, now they can talk to their kids about school again. Parents would ask, well, how was your day today? What did you learn? The kids come in and pull out an iPad and start showing them the different apps that they do, the project, maybe the mind map that they made up, anything they've done at school. They're excited about their learning, and the parents are pretty excited about it too.
If we can get kids to use what they love to use and help them learn and get them excited about learning, I think it's awesome.